facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Tel-Link.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
What up, Zulu?
Yo, this is a 15-minute call. We get a 15-minute call once a month, so this is a 15-minute call right here. Yeah, I had forgot what time you told me to call. I had hollered at Luke. Luke told me you'd be in the office like around 7 o'clock. They just let us out, though.
Oh, yeah, Lou, what, you still at Zephyr Hills?
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, man, so you want to go ahead and give the people a little insight on what you're facing, what you're charged with, how much time you got sentenced to, and what you're trying to do to get out? You know, this is my homie Zulu right here, man. He's an OG out of Tampa, man. He got a situation where he's trying to get relief from a situation he's been convicted of. So I'm gonna let him go ahead and explain it to the people out here.
Yeah, definitely. First and foremost, I want to thank Kev. Kev, a real innovator. I'm real proud of Kev for all he done been through and all he doing. So big up to Kev for what you're doing. And I praise God. I'm true name Shaka Zulu Sinway Akil AQUIL, incarcerated at Shaka Akil, DOC number AR-15350. I was the subject of an all-out manhunt, arrested, illegally convicted, and sentenced to 2 life sentences with 20 plus 15 for 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder on the Leo. The original temple terrorist detective only charged me with 1 count of aggravated assault based on both officers' statements at the scene. He was quickly replaced with a corrupt Tampa PD detective who removed over 100 grams of powder cocaine and other substances from the property room and didn't return it, but replaced it with a small amount of substances that didn't even exist in our case in exchange for my acquaintance redacting his original recorded interrogation, which was destroyed and never presented to the court for impeachment evidence, and replaced with a new and fabricated statement in which my acquaintance was required to state, Zoo said, I'm finna kill these officers. That was the only evidence by which the charges were illegally increased. The state, during discovery, the appeals court, and the Attorney General's office never provided in the transcript a copy of the alleged victim's testimony until 16 years after my arrest, which state that I only shot at 1 officer because the other was not present. The state court and defense counsel were all aware that in the original night of the crime accounts, both officers alleged to have only heard shots, neither of them seeing me fire a weapon. Yet after being found incompetent twice to stand trial and sent to the state mental hospital, they purged in open court, saying they both watched me open fire, quote, from less than 2 feet away, round after round, many shots. It sounded nonstop, unquote. However, the state stuck to its account at the same proceeding, saying that I only fired at 1 officer and only 2 or 3 times. It's all a lie. The whole case is a sham. I'm a political prisoner, as many of our people are. My acquaintance was released in 2016 for his cooperation with providing perjured testimony, which was acquired illegally through falsifying of documents, evidence tampering, and false testimony provided by the detectives in the state. With 2 counts of attempted murder, I only scored out to 24 and a half years. With 1 count around 12 years, and with 1 count of aggravated assault, as I was originally charged at the scene of the crime, I only scored out to 5 years and 8 months.
So hold on, Zulu.
Okay, yeah.
So you saying on 1 count of attempted murder, you only score out to 24 years in prison?
No, with 2 counts of attempted murder, which they charged me after they did their little illegal scam, I only scored out to 24 and a half years. With 1 count, based on the depositions, I only score out to 12. But with 1 count of aggravated assault, based on their statements at the scene of the crime, I only scored out to 5 years and 8 months.
And they gave you 2 life sentences?
They gave me life with 20, with 15 twice, but they ran it concurrent. So they gave me the 15 for habitual violent felony offender. I just did that day for day. And for the 10-20 life, you know what I'm saying, which they could stick me with at the least, you know what I'm saying, I done 18 years, 3 months and a week right now, day to day. So, you know, like, that'll only leave me with like 21 months. But the thing is, the first time I came to prison, the Supreme Court ruled that my mandatory sentence was illegal and sent me back to court. But when they sent me back to court, the judge was like, the heck with what they talk about. I hate this dude. Get him out my courtroom. So I did 5 months and 18 days on an illegal sentence. So they owe me that. They got to give me that as well. Then based on my mental health, you know what I'm saying, my prior and present mental health status, I could get a split sentence, but I could get the last few months, whatever I have to do left, which would be a little less than a year. I could get that like in an outpatient program or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they like really just really trying to drag me. The thing is, right now, they would have to let me go. If I went back to court right now, they would have to let me go. Even if they made me do a year in an outpatient program, they would have to let me go, just based on all the illegal stuff in my case. You know, my co-defendant had 2 counts of armed trafficking and cocaine, and all he did was 10 years. You feel me? You know, it's just like if me and you went and committed a murder, right? But I didn't get caught. If you decided to work with them to help me, then by law they could give you what they want to give you. They could give you a year probation. All the law state is the judge have to put in his handwriting why he giving you a year probation. The state can argue and they can appeal the fact that he gave you mitigation, but they can't appeal how much mitigation he give you. But the thing is, this is the thing, they will still have to charge you with murder. Whatever they sentence you, they can do it legally, but they will still have to charge you with murder. To get my co-defendant to throw away, they trashed his first interrogation where he said, nah, Zoo ain't shoot at the police. This what happened. You know what I'm saying? They threw that away. And to get him to come back and make another statement where all he had to do was say, Zoo said he was finna kill them police officers. That's the only evidence that they used to take me from 1 count of aggravated assault to 2 counts of first-degree felony attempted murder. What they did is the corrupt detective, he went. The FDLE sent me this. You know what I'm saying? This ain't something I come up with on my own. This ain't hearsay. The FDLE sent me this. He went and withdrew over 100 grams of powder cocaine, 2.9 grams of crack, some ecstasy pills. He had some Viagra, you feel me? He took that and he didn't turn it back in. He didn't turn it back in.
So there was a TPD detective that went inside the property room and removed evidence and then never bring it back in?
Exactly. He went and took this evidence. I got it in his own mouth. I got it in his deposition. They gave me his deposition where he's saying what he recovered from the scene of the crime. And he's saying that first he said, I had to go and remove this stuff to process the packaging. And my public defender was like, process the packaging? What do you mean? And he said, oh, no, I had to remove it, so I had to separate it because the stuff that we found didn't belong to me. It belonged to the driver of the car, so we had to put it in a different name. But he never sent it back. He never put it in no different name. You know what I'm saying? He never sent it back. So what actually happened was when they sent D to court and Judge Binky offered him 5 years, she didn't offer him 5 years for armed trafficking because what he turned in instead was 3 grams of weed, which we didn't have, neither one of us had, and 15 grams of crack, from 3 to 15. But he removed everything else, you know, so that's not armed trafficking. So he wasn't offered 5 years for armed trafficking because she didn't even know that he was guilty of armed trafficking. But what he did, he turned down the 5 years. He bonded out, and when he bonded out, the detective was mad. The detective came to see me in the county jail saying, look, he told you, but he ain't working with us. We giving you the opportunity to throw him. I ain't go for that. You know what I'm saying? So what they did, they got mad. That corrupt detective, Mike Mazza, had him follow. And when they had him follow, they caught him within a couple of days in another car with another gun with more dope, armed trafficking again. But the last time I went to court, they gave him 21 years. But the last time I went to court, he was there to testify against me. And he had a sentencing reduction scheduled for right after we went to court when I went back from prison. And
right.
so all he did was he EOS'd in 2016. He did about 9 years. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
This what I would like, right? If anybody would like to help me, they can by calling Miss Diane Marger Moore. She is the director at the Conviction Review Unit at the State Attorney's Office. The number is 813-272-5400 and demands she speedily and thoroughly correct the issue reviewing my 4-segment newly discovered evidence motions for which they have jurisdiction to redirect the courts. Because, you know, I'm also in the courts right now, but they already playing with me. Then they going to play with the motion. They going to hold it for 2 years, make it go to the appeals court. They going to drag me. You know what I'm saying? And I could be free right now, you feel me? I could be free right now. Only having scored out the 5 years and 8 months on the original charge, you know what I'm saying? So
Right. And you said the FDLE gave you the information on the corrupt detective.
yeah, gave me all that. Gave me all that. You know, I was really blessed. You know, I had one time when I was on negative transfer, I had an attorney, a real attorney out of Orlando. It's my roommate. You know, nobody really knew that about him, but he recognized me from something. You know, he was involved in the entertainment industry, and he showed me how to properly file this motion. And I filed it, and when I filed it, it wasn't what I asked for. It was just like, you know, I was blessed. They had to research my case, and they sent me exactly what I needed, which I had no idea. I was always questioning what he said in his deposition, but other than that, I didn't know anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they sent me that story. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So how you said you've been going 18 years now, right?
Yep, 18 years, 3 months, a week, day for day.
Yeah, man. So y'all hear this video, y'all hear this right here. If anybody want to reach out again, who the person to contact again, Zoo?
Okay, it's Diane Marger Moore. She's the director at the Conviction Review Unit at the State Attorney's Office. See, the court can hold it, they can drag it, they can play with it, but she could overturn it in a couple months and have me back in a couple months. And her number is 813-272-5400, the Free Shaka Zulu campaign.
All right. Other than that, man, it's been a long journey, man. I'm glad we staying in contact, though, you know.
Yeah, man, and I'm really proud of you, Kev, man. I mean, I'm really proud of you, man. Really, really proud of you, man. And, you know, when I make it, man, I just hope you let me get on the cover of one of the magazines.
For sure.
Hey, man, and when you talk to Tate, man, I want to call Tate, man. I want Tate to play one of my songs. I talked to Tate, and Tate was, like, telling me that, you know, every New Year they hold, like, some type of little party or something. And then they be playing all our songs and whatnot, you know, and be like honoring me and Reese, you know, the two who ain't there no more and whatnot, you know. And he said they be jamming on the song I had that you ain't never heard before called The Walk with Nat Turner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I want him to play that. I want him to play that over the phone, you know. I want to hear it. It's been a long time. I'm still writing, still doing my thing, writing books. You know, I draw for T-shirts, you know, poetry, just all different type of things. I'm still active, you know. I done been through a lot, and I had a lot of ups and downs, been in a lot of danger. I stood on my own 2 feet, and I've been a man, you know. And I just want to get out there, man. You know, my children, my grandchildren, things like really rough out there. You know what the condition is in this country and the world right now, where it's coming to. And we ain't got much time, you know. We ain't got much time, so I want to get out there and prepare, make things happen while we still got an opportunity, man.
All right, man. Peace, for sure. Man, like I say, man, you can hit me up on Sundays, man, and we'll chop it up some more, man.
Definitely, bro. And keep your head up, man. And I appreciate you, Kev, man. One, blessed, proud of you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
One. All right, that's my homie Zulu, man. I met him when I had my record label back in the days, Lockjaw Records, and he was one of my artists. And he ended up getting in a situation where he had he basically told you what happened. He had an incident with some police officers, and right now he's stuck inside a federal state prison, Florida State Prison, with 2 life sentences. Well, life with 20, and another 15 running wild, something like that. So, like I say, man, it's easy to get in trouble. It's hard to get out. So while you out there in the streets, make sure you got an exit plan, and don't plan on being in there for a long time if you choose to get out there. I give you advice not to even jump out in the streets, but if you have to, or you just want to, you better find your exit plan. Make it happen or you capping.